What's up guys, it's tarikpierce. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about Bitcoin mining. So as you guys know, Bitcoin is at an all-time high right now, but I've been talking to some of you guys, specifically some of my private clients, and if you guys are interested in getting private consultation from me, you guys can get more information about that just by clicking the link in the description. A lot of these Bitcoin miners like Marathon Digital, ticker symbol MARA, Clean Spark, ticker symbol CLSK. You have other miners out there like BITF, Bitfarms, Riot, Blockchain. A lot of these miners haven't been moving up with Bitcoin. And a lot of you guys and some of my clients have been asking me some questions on why that is. So in this video, I just want to kind of delve into this and kind of explain to you guys what's going on. So like I said, if you guys enjoy this content, please smash the subscribe button. It really helps me out. So first off, what's going on is we have a lot of short selling, okay? Short selling manipulation with the Bitcoin mining companies. You have to understand, first of all, the whole manipulation and the psychology behind the Bitcoin mining industry. So first off, many of these Bitcoin mining stocks are heavily shorted. And when I say shorted, I mean that short sellers are going around Wall Street and borrowing shares and dumping them on the market and in an attempt to buy these shares back cheaper, right, to make a profit. But the problem is that Bitcoin's price has been absolutely soaring, okay? So as of this year, Bitcoin is up year to date over 60%, where some of these miners are either relatively flat, or for example, MARA has been having some problems. CLSK is doing quite well. Riot is underperforming a lot of these, but a lot of these miners aren't doing as well. And a lot of you guys have been asking me, should I just dump these mining stocks and just go all in into Bitcoin? Or maybe I should go into MicroStrategy, okay? MicroStrategy, ticker symbol MSTR. This is another crypto company, but it's a little bit different. It's not a mining company. What they do is they actually hodl Bitcoin. So I'm gonna give you guys my opinion here on the video. I'm gonna try to keep this video as short, as informative as possible. So the first thing you have to remember about this, like I said, about the short selling, is that there's a lot of manipulation on the market. But the second thing you have to remember is that Bitcoin doesn't necessarily correlate 100% to the Bitcoin mining companies, right? So when Bitcoin's price goes up, a lot of the Bitcoin's movement is being driven by these Bitcoin ETFs, okay? So you have IBIT, that's the BlackRock ETF. You have FBTC, that's Fidelity's Bitcoin ETF. And then you have another popular one, which is called Grayscale, GBTC. So a lot of capital is flowing into these ETFs, okay? Pensions, hedge funds are investing in them, baby boomers and millennials, Gen X, even maybe some Gen Z investors are buying these ETFs for their portfolio. So a lot of this new capital is flowing into these ETFs, is causing Bitcoin's price to rise. But the reason why the miners aren't going up is because of the short selling manipulation. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that, of course, FUD. Okay, a lot of investors have seen, the rise in Bitcoin's price, the rise in MicroStrategy's price, for example, even Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN. So they're dumping these Bitcoin mining stocks and FOMOing into MicroStrategy and Coinbase. Now, I need to tell you something about this strategy. Usually, when a stock or a certain asset is at all-time highs, people are going to FOMO into these assets. So for example, MicroStrategy's stock price, as I'm recording this, is around $1,800, okay? People are FOMOing into MicroStrategy, and now the premium for MicroStrategy is over 100%. So what I mean by premium is the market cap versus the actual underlying Bitcoin. So right now, MicroStrategy has over 200,000 Bitcoin, which is worth about $14 billion in terms of true market value, right? If MicroStrategy were to sell its Bitcoin right now, that Bitcoin would sell for about 14 billion, but the market cap is over 28 billion. So there's a huge disconnect between MicroStrategy's stock price and the actual Bitcoin underlying. Whereas with the miners, it's the opposite, okay? These mining stocks have been beaten down a lot. For example, CLSK was at its all-time high, was around 24. It's trading around 17. MARA's all-time high is around, this cycle is around 34. It's trading much lower as well, as trading around 20. And that's simply because there's just a disconnect between what's going on with these mining companies and the true value, like I said, via short sellers. So when you invest in these mining companies, you have to understand the economics of mining. These miners are making a fortune. Remember, every time Bitcoin's price goes up, the miners are generating more profit per block mined. And a lot of these miners have Bitcoin on their balance sheet. So the Bitcoin on their balance sheet is going up in value, and every block they mine, they're making more profit. But the interesting thing is that the market hasn't really realized this. So I think there's really an opportunity to buy the dip on these miners. Now, of course, some of you guys are saying, oh, I'm done with these mining stocks. I'm going all into MicroStrategy. I want to buy Coinbase and Bitcoin. And that's fine. But just realize that you're chasing gains and that a lot of these other stocks like Coinbase, MicroStrategy, a lot of these stocks are overextended and trading at ridiculous premiums, okay? When I say premiums, I mean the stock is trading much higher than its intrinsic value, right? And for a company like MicroStrategy, most of its value is basically its Bitcoin holdings. Let's be honest, we're really not invested in MicroStrategy and things like that because we think the company is going to make a ton of money. We want to have a portion of that Bitcoin that they own on their balance sheet. So like I said, my advice for you guys, what do I think the miners are going to do? Like I said, these miners crushed it the last cycle. I am hodling. I haven't dumped any of my mining stocks. And I really believe that this is an opportunity for long-term investors to simply buy the dip. And the reason you're going to buy the dip is because of the change that's going to happen after the halving. So as I mentioned, right now, Bitcoin is around maybe like $72,000, $73,000 per coin. And the block reward is just over 6. So some quick math, that's about $400,000 or so, depending on the price of Bitcoin per block mined. But once the block reward is cut in half, from over 6 to around 3, okay, Bitcoin's price usually goes parabolic. It usually starts soaring. So let's say Bitcoin's price goes to 150,000, 200,000 this cycle, okay? A lot of people think it's going to go much higher, but let's be conservative, okay? The companies are still going to generate more revenue. Even if Bitcoin is just 200,000, okay, and they're mining 3 coins per block, their revenue is still $600,000 per block mine, and that's not including the transaction fees. So these miners are going to continue to increase their revenue, and it doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to basically look at the fiat price of the stock and not understand the underlying economics of the mining companies. All the strongest miners will survive. So, and some of these smaller ones will either get acquired or they'll merge with other mining companies, or they maybe perhaps will even go bankrupt. So what I would do is I would focus on the mining companies that have the strongest balance sheets and that have the highest hash rates. So for me, my number one favorite mining stock is CLSK. The reason why, because they're very profitable and they're founder led. Okay, they're the CEO. He's a young guy. He just reminds me a little bit of like Bill Gates and stuff like that. This young kind of geeky guy who's really smart and really knows his way around Bitcoin mining. Okay, number 2 is MARA. Now MARA recently has had a lot of problems. Okay, they've had problems with some of the joint ventures they've had. Some of their mining machines have been offline and they've had some internal issues. This is why MARA stock has really been struggling. But historically, we've known that to buy great companies when times are uncertain, okay? To give you guys an example, Facebook had a lot of problems about a year and a half ago. Now the stock is at an all-time high. Amazon had problems. I remember years back, McDonald's was trading at like $10 a share. So when a great company is having short-term issues, that's a buy signal. And like I said, you don't have to FOMO all into the miners, and you don't have to FOMO all into Bitcoin. Me, I believe in having a balanced portfolio. A balanced portfolio might not necessarily give me the most returns, but it's going to give me strong returns. It's going to help me sleep better at night. So like I said, for me, when I recommend all of my clients, I tell them make Bitcoin like the foundation, the core of your portfolio, and then you want to sprinkle in these miners and MicroStrategy to add icing on the cake. So for example, a strong portfolio could be something like 50% Bitcoin, okay, 50, 40, 50, 60% Bitcoin. And then the other rest of the allocation, you could dump some into, MARA, CLSK, MicroStrategy, Riot, Coinbase, and then just sprinkle around these other companies, because these other companies are going to generate alpha. They will outperform the market, okay? They will outperform the S&P. They will outperform, in these index funds that you're going to find at Vanguard. So just don't worry. Understand what you have. You have these companies, these small mining companies, they're trading at 3, 4, 5, $6 billion market caps. Don't expect them to soar to the moon overnight. That's just not how things work. But Tesla, Amazon, and all of these companies experienced similar issues in the past, and look where they are now. So just remember the short selling manipulation, remember the underlying revenue of these companies, and just remember that we haven't hit the halving yet. Now, we'll see really what happens with the miners after the halving. If the halving happens and the mining stocks, stay down, then I bet a lot of people will just FOMO into Bitcoin. But right now, it's just too early to tell. We still haven't had the major catalyst. The halving is around 33, 34 days away, depending when you guys are watching this video. So like I said, be patient. The markets are designed to transfer money from the impatient to the patient. Patience is key here. I would say, if you guys are worried about these mining stocks, you just want to dump all your money into Bitcoin. For example, when I'm recording this video, I'm recording this video after the market closed on March 14. Bitcoin actually dumped a little bit, and the mining stocks, MicroStrategy, and of course soared. So sometimes Bitcoin will pump and these stocks will kind of trail off. Sometimes Bitcoin will dump and these stocks will pick up. So like I said, it's up to you how you want to build your portfolio. If you guys need any assistance, I do offer private consultation one-on-one. I do offer a lot of assistance. I reach out to a lot of my clients via WhatsApp and even Facebook as well. So if you guys need any assistance, just let me know. Drop a message in the comments. I'll do my best to help you guys out and provide you advice. And like I said, I plan to upload more of these videos. I just feel like now, Bitcoin's price is up so much. The crypto market is going up. And with all of this new money flowing in, a lot of you guys have a lot of questions on what to do with your portfolio. So like I said, reach out to me. I'm a resource. I've been in the crypto markets for 5 years now. I started this in 2019 as a degen, basically FOMOing into Bitcoin and XRP. That's how I got started. XRP was actually my first coin that I bought, and then eventually I found Bitcoin, and then this is my 5th year in the game. So this will be my 2nd cycle that I'm going to be investing in. So I have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge, and I've seen this before. So like I said, don't be afraid to reach out to me if you guys have any more questions. I'm going to be trying to upload videos like this. We're going to shoot for a daily basis, hopefully, as long as things are popping in the crypto markets. So that's it for now, guys. I hope I answered a lot of your questions. If you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments. Do my best to answer them as well. So thanks and take care.